We are back in the hidden city pit called Niche Locals. So we are back here with Mishic, and he's gonna share with us his first place PKBA deck profile featuring DP.
Yes, featuring DP.
Yeah, why not featuring the brave stuff? Because we are
because
poor.
We are poor people. We don't
The-
have 300 euros for the package.
We literally live in a third world country. Like,
Yes.
pray for us. Yeah, basically. Okay, let's go into the
Let's
profile.
go. I'm not gonna explain the cards.
We live in poverty.
because everybody knows what PKs do. So these are pretty much standard.
Okay, so like 1 second, like why are you watching a PK profile if you don't know what these cards do? Like
Yeah,
for
like,
real,
this
like,
card is broken. This card is broken.
Flame the viewers.
You play 3 of these. Double cloak. This is standard. Triple boots. This is also standard. 1 gloves. 1 stained reefs.
Spain.
So this is pretty much standard in all the lists. Now this is where it gets a little diverged because people play the new adventure token package. I don't have that money, so I'm playing triple tour guide into Graph and Seer. So every time you see this, it's full combo.
It gets Veilered.
If it gets Veiler, then you have your level 3 extender, so it's fine. These cards are brick. If you draw them at the same time, then they're not bricks, but they do eat up your normal summon, or then you don't get the path to summon an easy Appaloosa, because Seer allows you to reborn Cherubini for that purpose. The extenders, the 2 dangers. I wish this was at more, but unfortunately it isn't. 2 Kirimucha. I wouldn't cut this. I know people play junk forward. It's okay because it blocks tour guide from getting ashed, so that's the only purpose for it here. It's another extender, so I wouldn't cut it. And I wouldn't play junk forward either. Double of these, so they're essentially the same thing. Tracker and Wielder, they're just different names. So if you draw 2 of them, you can pretty much summon both of them. 1 side, fuck this card.
Get it out.
1 Ghost Ogre. Ghost Ogre is clear because you play Italy, and it's a good card for going second. Sometimes it wins you the game automatically. Double Ash. I don't play the third because I find it bricky. The package, Dasher and Celestial, not much needs to be said. Again, Fusion Destiny. Triple Italy, the card that makes this deck shine. It's an extender, it's not once per turn, it's literally the best thing.
Why is this card free? Like,
It's
I
the
don't
best
understand.
card. Like, I'm only playing decks that utilize this at 3. They're the best decks. Only Virtual World can't utilize it properly because they don't get much out of it. Triple Chalice. So this is more of a budget deck. If I had Droplet, I would play it, but this is a really good card. I don't recommend you play Impermanence. In fact, I would recommend you play Effect Veiler, but this card is like dirt cheap, 40 cents or something. Play this card, it's really good.
If you are poor.
if you're poor, if you have Droplet, then I don't know. If you have Droplet, then you don't play these 2 cards. So I play this because I don't have Droplet. They essentially do the same thing, but this allows you to sometimes OTK while this doesn't. So if you have Droplet, replace these and 1 Chalice for that. 1 Coldbuy because it's Coldbuy, 1 Foolish because it's Foolish, 1 Rodabit because it searches everything in your deck, and traps, the Triple Fogblade, the what is it called, Shade Brigadine, and Phantom's Wing. You cut this sometimes when you go into game 2, but I like it in the deck, so I guess it's up to you really. So I wouldn't cut it for the main deck, but when going into game 2 and game 3 you can cut it if you know that you're going second. For the extra deck, it's also pretty much standard. The Nightmare package, the Rusty Bardish, Cherubini, you pretty much go into these every time. Levier also, Appaloosa also. This if you don't hard draw the Fusion Destiny.
If you're not talented.
If you're not talented like some people in the community. Dagda because it searches Scythe. Borrowsword, this is the only card that I would replace for access code. I'm poor, I don't own an access code, so yeah, I play Borrowsword. DP because it's DP, literally the best card in your extra deck apart from maybe Bardish. Double. 1 Link Spider because it allows you to play around Nibiru. Then for the Xyz, Double Breaksword, you need to play 2, it comes up a lot, don't play less. 1 Downed, 1 Zeus. Fun fact about Zeus, it won me the games both in my finals and my semifinals. I was like, man, I want to cut this card. I never use it. It's been 2 locals and I never summoned it, and then it just wins me 2 games, one in the finals and one in the semifinals. So yeah, don't sleep on this card. I don't know, I went into every card in the extra deck. If you could find room for Fortune Tune, because it would net you a free win in time, because you would just end the turn, it would be your opponent's draw phase, then by phase you gain 500 life, they play and they can't out it, so you would win in time. I don't know what I would cut for it, but we will see. In the extra deck, literally I wouldn't change anything because I went into everything. And for the side, double Nibiru, these are the cards that I didn't know what I sided it in. It was okay. Triple evenly because it's evenly, double Gamma Seal because it's Gamma Seal, it's really good against some decks. Triple Lightning Storm, 1 Harpies, 1 Pank, and triple Lancia because it's Lancia.
15 blowout cards, pretty much.
Yeah, this is probably the only non-blowout card.
I mean, had these 2, I guess, and like Pank
yeah,
Dubs.
yeah, but all I pretty much cited in all these cards. The most lackluster one was probably Nibiru and Lightning Storm. Other than that, all of these cards performed really well. My matchups.
It was
my
a long
matchups-
time ago.
it was. We're recording this like 3 weeks
After
or 4 weeks, something like that. So yeah, round 1 it was against you, against Salamangreat. That was a quick 2-0.
I think.
Yeah, like round.
Yeah,
2.
I remember. I breaked so much.
Yeah, round 2 it was against Mathmech. I lost that game because my opponent opened the nuts.
He is so talented.
He he had Imperm, Triple Tack, and Lightning Storm. So yeah, how do you win? And he had the 2 starters. So how do you win from that point? I was salty, but I managed to beat him in semifinals. Spoiler alert. Round 3, it was a draw against the guy against Paleo DP.
Bro,
He
how do
was-
you draw versus him?
I mean,
Every time.
my turns were pretty long. I won game 1 convincingly. Game 2, he outgrinded me with Solemn Strikes, and he banished my Cherubini. No, he banished my Graph and Seer with
Ice Dragons.
Ice Dragons Prison. Yeah, and I couldn't play. So in game 3, we went into time, and it was a draw. Round 4, it was Dragalink. I won that game, those games 2-0. I won the die roll. That was really important. Semifinals, it was against the Mathmech player. I won it 2-0. No, sorry, 2-1. I won it 2-1. I won the die roll. No, I actually lost the die roll. Yeah, I lost the die roll, but I still managed to beat him game 1. Game 2, I didn't draw that well, and game 3, I blew him out. And he actually called it. He said, "Watch me get into top 4, not drop a single game," because he was 4-0 and then lose in the semifinals, and so he did. And in the finals, it was against round 1 Salamangreat player. I won 2-1. It was really grindy. And
It lasted too long.
It lasted too long. I was really tired. I was making some stupid plays.
Me
but-
too.
So yeah, but I managed to win in the end. We were playing it for the glory, anyways.
Yeah.
So
You
that's
could
it.
say that.
So that's it for the deck profile. If I had the money for the adventure package, I wouldn't invest in it because it's really expensive. So you can just play the tour guide package if you want.
So any shoutouts?
Shoutouts to the niche locals community and to Proich that drew the nuts.
Yeah, our locals host every week.
Every week. Sometimes
Every
he's lucky and sometimes he's not. Last week he wasn't so lucky and he was salty. But
Yeah,
that's just karma.
He's usually unlucky, so his flat gets flooded a lot, I guess.
Yeah.
And he gets floodgated. Bro, his flat is literally cursed, like water overflow.
Yeah.
Okay, shout out for Sveti Dimitrije.